whole set. Just woo! Oh my God. So I am a new mom. Yes, that definitely deserves applause. That definitely deserves applause. My daughter is 6 months old. Aww. And also in the car, so I have to talk fast. It's fine. She can't drive. We're good. I don't think she can. If she can, I'm getting wasted tonight. So there you go. I know a lot of women struggled with the baby weight. I was actually really lucky. I lost it immediately, which actually wasn't hard because she's adopted. So there you go. Super easy pregnancy. I drank all the way through it. So good. It's really good. I don't know if you guys know anything about adoption, but the first thing you need to decide if you decide to adopt is, do you want brand new or previously owned? Now, I went with brand new because I love that new baby smell, right? Hers is actually starting to wear off. It's a little annoying. After that, you have to put together a profile. You have to put together a digital profile of you doing outdoorsy things like hiking, kayaking, you with your friends kids, you with your friends' dogs, you in the holidays, making you look like a well-rounded person, all in hopes of matching with a birth mom. So it's exactly like online dating, except at the end, you get a baby on purpose. Most people have several months once they match with a birth mom. I had less than 24 hours. I sent my stuff in. 2 hours later, my lawyer called me. He's like, you've been selected. Your baby was born. You need to get on a plane tomorrow and go to Kentucky. And that was the most traumatic thing about this entire experience. Yeah, going to Kentucky. The first time I met my daughter was exactly like a first date. Like, I didn't know what to make of her. She didn't know what to make of me. She was a lot shorter than her picture. She was preemie. She was 6 weeks early, so she was really tiny. And it's funny because all the nurses went out of their way to talk about how perfectly round her head was. She was small, but she had a perfectly round head. Your daughter's head is so round. Normally when it comes out vaginally, it's just pulled out just like an egg, but your daughter's head is so round. Francine, come in here and look at this little girl's head. Your head is so round. And then I found out this was the birth mother's 13th pregnancy. Yeah, 13. Of course her head was perfectly round. She walked out of that vagina. I honestly think she came 6 weeks early because she wanted to get the hell out of Kentucky. She was like, oh, that's the woman from LA? I'm out of here. Let's go. Grab my stuff. The birth mother also named my daughter. I didn't know this. We have an open adoption. But on all the paperwork, it just said baby girl and her last name. But when I got there and I walked into the room, there it was. Her name all over the wall. Harmony. She named it Harmony. And you could tell all the nurses were just dying to know what I was going to do. They're like, you going to keep it? You going to keep that name Harmony? I'm like, I would rather keep baby girl. I would rather my daughter's name be Baby Girl Miller. No offense to any harmonies out there, melodies, crescendos. I love all the musical. That's not what I was gonna do. A lot of things have to happen before you're even discharged. One of the things they make you do is they make you watch a baby shaking video. Yeah, there is a baby shaking video. And of course, my first thought was like, oh my God, I don't need to watch a baby shaking video. I know how to shake a baby. They make you watch it, and then they just keep reminding you, don't shake the baby. I'm like, I would never shake the baby. They're like, but watch the video and don't shake the baby. I'm like, I'm not going to shake the baby, but watch the video, make sure you have a support team, take deep breaths, walk out of the room, just make sure you have a plan and don't shake the baby. I'm like, look, I know people shake the baby, but I'm not one of those people. I'm never going to shake the baby. I would never shake a baby. It's never, ever occurred to me to shake a baby. Cut to a month later without any sleep, and I'm like, I'm going to shake the baby. you have no control. It's like your hands are just guided towards the baby. And in your sleep-deprived mind, it sounds like the baby is saying, shake me. Shake me. They're just fucking veer to the right and just pick up my cat and start shaking him. My cat's like, why are you shaking me? I know how to sleep. All my friends without kids keep asking the same question. They're like, are you loving it? Are you just loving motherhood? And all my friends with kids ask, are you okay? Do you need more Xanax? My life has changed so much so quickly that I have whiplash. Guys, 6.5 months ago, I was doing shrooms. Last night, I stuck a plastic whistle device up my daughter's butt to make her poop. Yeah, that's when I realized how much my life has changed. It's also when I realized that my daughter is way too comfortable with butt stuff. She obviously gets that from her birth mom because I'm not into that, okay? I mean, no judgment, it's just not my thing. There's a lot of things I didn't know. I was a nanny, I was a babysitter, just things you don't know until you're actually a parent. Like, why are pacifiers shaped like tiny penises? They are. Next time you look at one, just look. Like, who designed that? They're all tiny little penises, and they're just all over my house. It's like a bachelorette party just threw up in there. And my daughter's teething, so she's just like deep-throating them in the middle of the night with this crazed look at her face. She's like, ah. Now that she gets from me. That's my girl. Everyone's like, now that you have a baby, is that all you're going to talk about on stage? And I'm like, yeah. That's one of the reasons I got her. I ran out of material. I'm kidding. I could never run out of material because I'm still single. So there you go. Ladies, I don't know if you know this, but if you're still single and you're in your 40s, it's your fault. Your fault, okay? Because when I was single in my 20s, everyone was like, oh my God, don't even sweat it. Date everyone, have fun. Then when I was single in my 30s, everyone's like, well, you're doing the work. You made a vision board. I don't know. Then when I was single in my 40s, everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Stop mouth kissing your cat and get married already. Thought of getting on a dating app, though, is just so nauseating. Because, like, when you're on a dating app and you're in your 40s, it's like shopping in Marshalls. It's like you know everything in there is crap. And then you remember, oh, I'm in there. Oh. They are great for hookups, though. They're definitely great for hookups. Sometimes I would purposely pick a guy who said he was allergic to cats because I knew he could only last about 30 minutes. Just bring him home, you have sex, it's like minute 35. He's like, oh my God, my allergies are so bad, I can't breathe. I'm like, well, then you better go. You need to go, sir. Then my cat and I just high-five each other. I can't even think about getting naked. It's like everything changes when you get older. I truly believe that my ass and my face are in a competition to see who can get to the ground first. That's what's happening. My ass is winning. You guys don't know this because I'm just wearing like tight black jeans, but I used to have a thigh and I used to have an ass, and now I have a thas. That's what I have. It was like one day my ass was like, you know what? I'm exhausted. And my thigh was like, well, you can rest here because all are welcome. Guys used to be like, oh, Jodi, your ass is so tight. And now they're going to be like, oh, your ass is so continuous. There it is, all the way down. As far as the face. I mean, my motto is fill it and freeze it. I'm just like, stick as many needles in there. Don't make them. Like, I have so much Botox in my neck, people, I can't swallow correctly. And I'm okay with that. Women don't like to talk about any work they've had done, and I wish they would. I really do. Because if you do something that makes you feel good, you should share it, at least with your friends. Celebrities lie about it all day long, just setting up unrealistic expectations. You ask a celebrity, oh my God, you look so good. What's your secret? She'll be like, I got cinnamon out of my diet. Game changer. If you ask me, you look so good. What's your secret? I will tell you. I get Botox and filler, and I have sex with a 27-year-old and slowly drain his youth. I ended it with a 27-year-old because obviously he turned 28. Gross. I realize there are two different types of women out there. Women that watch The Real Housewives and women that watch true crime and serial killer documentaries. Yeah. Guys, you want to be with the girls that watch serial killer documentaries. Because we appreciate the little things, okay? Now, the women that watch The Real Housewives are great, but they love drama. They say they don't, but they do. They like to secretly imagine what their lives would be like if they had all that money. But us girls that watch the serial killer documentaries are just grateful for what we have because we know how horrific our lives could get. Like, oh, you're having a bad day? Well, at least you're not in a friggin' trunk, huh? Did your boyfriend break up with you? Just be grateful he didn't carve his name in your torso. You're doing just fine. Take a Xanax.
I would call the elephant out in the room. I got a Boston accent. I'm from South Boston. I know. Yep. Woo. Yeah. I know my accent makes me sound like I have a problem, like a severe problem with gender-neutral pronouns. I know, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine. But, you know, don't think I don't see the differences between men and women. Like, a man will never call his ugly friend a goddess. Oh my God, Bertha, your hair, that dress, you're a goddess. But ladies, you're compassionate, you're kind, you try to build each other up. Men, we don't do that. We're horrible. Your worst quality is your nickname. See that dude over there? His name is Matty Scarpaglio. We call him Morgue Mouth Matty because he's got 15 dead teeth and his breath smells like the inside of a tennis ball. That guy over there, Chucky O'Houlihan. We call him Jesus because he's got a dad, but he's never met him or seen him, but he believes he's out there. And that guy over there that looks like Scotty Jankowski, he looks like he's leaning on the air. We call him Scotty Scoliosis. He's got scoliosis. Yeah, I'm a weird dude, man. I'm a weird dude. I grew up in South Boston in the mid-'90s. And I recently was told by this woman that my accent makes me sound illiterate. And it hurt my feelings because I got kept back in the 3rd grade because I couldn't read. I was illiterate. And to put it into perspective, you're 8 in the 3rd grade. That's when you first start playing Little League. If you don't have an older brother, you still believe in Santa Claus. So I'm 9 in the 3rd grade, and I go through puberty full force. Full force, so weird, 9 years old, going through puberty. I was trying to hold it in. Like Michael J. Fox at the beginning of Teen Wolf when he's changing into the wolf. He's sweating. Like you're 2 blocks away from your house, you're sitting at a red light, and you got diarrhea, and you're on your toes, just like picking your ass up off the seat. I had a grown man's penis. You ever try to stuff a grown man's penis into a pair of Oshkosh bagoshes? Mortifying. My voice started changing. When my voice started changing, it didn't do it like regular boys. I sounded like Bobcat Goldthwait. My teacher was like, Mr. Fontana, did you want to come to the front of the class and read your homework? I'm like, I'm going through something right now. Call on somebody else, man. When you go through puberty, your body's super sensitive. My body was like an Apple TV remote control. And I had a really pretty young teacher, and I had a crush on her. And she would walk up and down the aisles, checking people's homework, just seeing what people were doing. She put her hand on my shoulder. My lunch money shot out of my pocket like a confetti can. embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. A couple of years later, my brother came out of the closet as gay. Because that's the only way you can come out of the closet. He's gay. And we were terrified because Southie's a tough town. You've seen the movies, you know, The Departed, Good Will Hunting, you know. Everybody's scary. So my parents, I don't know why they did this, they gave him a bedroom in the basement. He was no longer in the closet. He's down by the Christmas decorations. But growing up there, when you're from Southie, you're one of us. Like, everybody accepted him, and we had nothing to worry about. But it didn't stop them from asking me ignorant questions. One dude was like, "Does he ever try to touch your dick?" And I'm like, "No, Terry. Now I'm wondering what the family dynamic is in the Flaherty household." He's my brother, he's not your uncle. Another dude was like, "Why would you choose that? Why would you choose to be that way? Why would you choose that lifestyle?" I'm like, "It ain't a choice, you ignorant asshole. You either are or you're not. Born with a gay older brother." And then another dude was like, "Because your brother's gay, that means you're gay." And I'm like, that's sound logic. What do you think, my parents are pure breeding homosexuals? That would be a very interesting Dateline episode, wouldn't it? Lester Holt standing out in front of my parents' house.
Some people purebreed bagels, others purebreed Siamese cats. But with Sheila and William Fontana are purebreeding in this 2-bedroom walk-up in South Boston, Massachusetts, got a couple of the neighbors raising an eyebrow.
It's my favorite thing about gay people. My brother, his friends, the way they describe things. The way they tell a story. It's just, their imaginations are so incredible. They have the most, descriptive adjectives. That's why I didn't delete Facebook. Because gay men memorialize dead celebrities better than anybody on the planet. Straight dudes, we're terrible, right? We're awful. We're like R.I.P. David Bowie. I was getting a hand job while I was listening to Changes when I was 5. Not gay dudes. Gay dudes are the best. Gay dudes are like January 26, 1985, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A confused and lonely young boy teaches himself how to play the violin in the driveway of a crumbling ranch house. His non-non and pop-pop were his caregivers, while his father, absent since birth, is on tour with an INXS cover band playing rhythm guitar, and his mother is in a rehab facility being cured off of Quaaludes and Seagram 7. A velvety cloud opens up over the boy and a purple rain showers on him, so he runs inside seeking shelter, grabbing his grandmother's wool gabardine jacket and laying stomach down on the living room carpet that reeks of manual labor and domestic violence. His plump sister Bertha bounds into the living room like a hippopotamus in a shallow pond and snaps on the 27-inch Zenith console television. The channel, MTV. Kurt Loder is finishing giving us our daily dish of world news when a music video begins and a man appears through a fog wearing purple and paisley, silk and satin, leather and lace. His words touch the soul of the young boy, and he no longer feels alone. He no longer feels afraid. He feels confident and seen. He imagines himself driving around in a little red Corvette, wearing a raspberry beret, partying like it was 1999. From that day forward, he was purple, he was paisley, he was silk, he was satin, he was leather, he was lace. That little boy was me, and that man was the purple one. Rest easy, sweet prince, because in heaven you have found an equal in God.
Teachers are maniacs. I had the best year of my primary school career not being taught the curriculum. When I was 8 years old, I had a teacher, Mr. Curran. Mr. Curran was drunk the entire school year. If you're a child, this doesn't register. You just think, why is this adult more fun than all the other adults?
Thank you. I appreciate all the positive energy. I actually need it. I got cheated on this week. Worst part about it is I got cheated on by my side chick. And that completely caught me off guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't trust your side chick, who can you trust these days? There should be somebody out there. And I was her side chick. She was in a bad relationship. I was in a bad relationship. And we decided to do this thing. And then she just goes, John, I just think we should see other people. I go, woman, we are the other people, okay? That's what this is. So I didn't want to, like, just take it, but I'm not, like, a fighter. I just went through her phone, and I called her boyfriend. I was like, yo, Sandra's cheating on us. What do you want to do? How do you propose we proceed? So he goes, you mean to tell me my fiance of 5 years, who I'm supposed to marry next month, is cheating on me? And then it hit me, like, this dude is so selfish. Don't make it all about you, okay? I'm going through, what about me? So I'm in a bad relationship and I don't want to be in it. Then I'm getting cheated on by some girl I've never been in a relationship with. Like, at some point, you just run out of Drake songs. There's just not enough Drake out there to get you through your day. I had some good news happen to me, too. I got invited to apply for a black card. Any black card holders in the audience? No? We're all broke? Okay, let me explain. Black Card is this card made by American Express, made completely out of metal. You can buy whatever you want with it, like cars, yachts, slaves, whatever you need to get you through your rich life. But I was slighted because I didn't get, like, the American Express version. I got the MasterCard. I didn't want a second-rate version of the black card. Like, I didn't want the light-skinned, green-eye, wavy hair version of the black card. Like, I want my black card to be so black that police shoot it on the arm. Like, that's how black I want my black card to be. I want my black card to be so black that it's made out of vibranium and it says Wakanda on it. Like, that's how black I want my black card to be. I want my black card to be so black that I get 4% cash back on child support. Like, that's how black I want my black card to be, you know? So I got goals to get there. I'm trying to save money. What you're looking at is about, like, $80 at Excellence, and I'm gonna let you know I got it at Ross. And if you don't know, let me put you on the game. Ross is a store for broke people with FU money. Like, whenever you got, like, $75 American, take it to Ross, it turns into $120 clearance really fast. The only problem is I don't like the way they treat you. As soon as you get in the store, you're greeted by loss prevention. Your face is on a security camera. Like, Ross is if jail had a gift shop, you know? Just calm down. And what are you guarding? The shirts are on the floor with fingerprints. The shoes are never matched up together. What I'm trying to say is Ross is the only store to sell evidence. Like, this is not just my outfit. This is somebody's cold case right here, okay? It's too intense. I am dating. I'm trying online dating, but it's not working for me because I look like this, but I sound like this. So, like, when people meet me in person, they're like, you don't look like the commercial. You know, like, it's not what I thought I was getting. But I play to my strengths. Like, I know what I am. I'm like the marijuana black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dating a Chad, don't go straight to a Trayvon. Get you a John Taylor to make that transition. Let me show you the way of hot sauce. Like, I will get you prerequisites, you know? Let me guide you. The reason, like, and I'm still scarred from my last relationship. Like, I just got out of an 8-year relationship, and I'm fresh out. Like, it's only been about 4 years. And what's happening is she won't let me move on. She keeps posting from our joint Yelp account that we had when we were together. So every time she goes out with a new boo, I get the notification about how awesome the date was. Like, her last review was like, it was cool to go to Benihana and not have to use a $30 gift certificate, John Taylor. I was like, okay, that's a little personal. And then she's like, the drinks were kind of weak, the food portions, they were small, but the sex, 5 stars. Worst part about that review is, like, 8 people found it useful. So now I'm just that guy with bad sex and gift certificates. And I'm so much more than that. I turned 36 this year, and thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, as a black man, that's an achievement. You know what I'm saying? And before the pandemic hit, like, I celebrate my birthday at the Queen Mary. I don't know if you guys been. It's the hotel in Long Beach. Like, it's permanently docked. The ship that goes nowhere. And I'm eating brunch on this thing, and I realize as a black man, I've made it, okay? As a black man, let me explain. My ancestors came over here on a slave ship. I'm now on a ship that's built for royalty eating waffles, made-to-order omelets, apple-to-cup bacon, right? Just living it up. So I think every black person should experience this brunch. And if I'm being honest, a white person should have to pay for it because white people, you owe us a good time on a ship, okay? That needs to be cashed in. And it can't be like a dolphin cruise. It can't be whale watching. It has to be the Queen Mary for these two reasons. One, it has to be a ship that's built for royalty, okay? That's number one. And two, and this is the important part, that ship can't go nowhere. Where I get on is where I get off. Just not gonna fall for the dumb again, okay?
Oh, it's hard to get your dick sucked when you're raising a child. When you're raising a child. It's hard to get your dick sucked when you're raising a child. When you're raising a child. Just the guys. It's hard to get your dick sucked when you're raising a child. Let me hear you guys. Here we go. It's hard to get your dick sucked when you're raising a child. When you're raising. Now just the ladies.
I like babies. Babies are fun. You know why babies are great? Because they're not evil yet. There's a million douchebags out there, but you never assume that baby will become one. Isn't that nice? That's why no one ever goes up to a pregnant woman, rubs her belly, and goes, ooh, this one's gonna suck. No, it's all up. It's all potential. It's all positive. Oh, it's kicking. Might be a pro soccer player. Right? It's never like, oh, it's kicking. Might hit his wife. Statistically, way more likely than a pro soccer player, right? Plus, it's already hitting a woman, not even out yet.
I should say, like, I don't care what color your skin is, where you're from, who you pray to, or who you are in love with, but if you're hot, I hate you. If you're gorgeous, and some of you might be, but Hunter, you're attractive. Those people are from Ohio. Nobody needs to think like that. I am Old Navy handsome in a town of Lululemon. I don't know why I live in Los Angeles.
You guys probably can't tell this about me just looking at me, but I do eat meat. Yes, thank you. I have to say that because everyone assumes I'm vegan for some reason. I don't know what it is about me. Like if it's because I look gay or frail. People are like, yeah, that girl has dietary restrictions. For sure.
So I do have an American accent, not this one. I have another one that I use when I need to, you know what I mean? Like when I go to Starbucks, I have to use it because they never understand my name, so I have to use my American accent. Like the other day I was there, the girl was like, hey, can I get your name? So I used my accent, I was like, my name is Francisco. And the girl's like, how do you spell that? It's like San Francisco, but without the San. And then I got the cup, and it said San Jose. I was like, is my cousin here? So I have a stepdog and a stepcat. They're my girlfriends, and we moved in together. And she's like, here are your babies. I was like, I want to see some DNA tests. So now that I have a dog and a cat, I do have to say that I like dogs a bit better. I have to say that. Because dogs, I think they're better roommates for protection, you know what I mean? Because a dog, to me, is like having like a paranoid roommate. You know what I mean? They're always hearing stuff. Right? They always come up to you like, hey, man, I think I heard something in the back, man. You gotta call the cops, man! Like, they're always paranoid, right? They never want you to leave, like, hey, don't leave, man. It's dangerous out there. You're gonna die out there, man. That's why they're so surprised to see you. They think you die every time you leave, and then when you come back, they're like, what? You're alive, man! I thought you were gonna die. Look, we gotta call the cops, man. But I like that paranoia. I like that because cats, they don't care, right? Like a cat, like if you get robbed, a cat wouldn't know it happened, right? A cat to me is like having like a stoner roommate. Right? You get robbed, they just wake up like, dude, what happened to the TV, man? I didn't hear anything, and I was sleeping in the closet the whole day. My dog, my stepdog, is actually a rescue dog. His name is Stanley. Rescue dogs, I realize is a very American thing to rescue dogs. It is, and I think it's a great thing. I think most countries should do it. But rescue, because I didn't know that dogs needed to be rescued. I had no idea. I grew up in Venezuela, and I would see some dogs on the streets all the time. I never saw one dog going like, rescue me. No, they're outside going like, I'm free, I can be right here. But here in the US, it's crazy. You never see one dog on the street, right? Like if after the show there's a dog wandering around by itself, the whole city shuts down, right? It's like somebody call 911, there's a dog by itself. He doesn't know what to do. Get out of the way, homeless person. We need to save this dog. So like I mentioned, I have a girlfriend. She's from North Carolina, which is pretty cool because we're both from the South. I'm just from the deep South. So my girlfriend, she loves to do stuff that she did back in North Carolina that she wants to do with me now all the time. Like during last Halloween, she wanted to go to a pumpkin patch with me. Yeah, but I didn't grow up with the pumpkin patch. I don't know what the pumpkin patch is. But I was like, all right, let's go to the pumpkin patch. So we went to the pumpkin patch. You know what I realized about the pumpkin patch? It's just people taking pictures with a vegetable. That's pretty much it. It's a zoo for vegetables. And I didn't grow up with that concept, because back in Venezuela, my dad never took me to the supermarket with a camera. Be like, hey, Francisco, stand next to the bananas. I was like, what? They're not ready. Which, by the way, that shows you what a first world country is, right? Right? To go to a field of food just to take pictures? That's amazing, right? I would love to take one of my cousins that are living in Venezuela right now and be like, look, we're going to go to the US and I'm going to take you to a pumpkin patch. And my cousin's like, yeah, I'm starving. Let's go to the pumpkin patch. And we get there, and it's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm like, Willy Wonka, I'm like, come with me. And you'll be in a first world of pure gentrification. And my cousin's like, wow, so many pumpkins. I'm going to eat that one. Oh, I'm going to be those two over there. I'm like, no. We take pictures here, Charlie. But you can pick one pumpkin, and we can take that one home. Okay, I get it, because we eat it at home. No, we make a scary face out of it. Well, I don't get it. So when do we eat the pumpkin? No, we never eat the pumpkin. We let it rot outside. Welcome to the first world.
How are we doing tonight, guys? Oh my God. Hottest crowd in the world. This feels amazing. I love doing stand-up comedy, okay? I love it so much. I love everything about doing stand-up comedy. I like the bad parts of doing stand-up. I like staying in the worst hotels I've ever seen in my entire life. Your Days Inns, okay? Your Quality Inns. Anybody familiar? No? All rich as hell? Okay, cool. That's good. Have you ever walked into a Quality Inn and you're just like, honestly, I would have gone for quantity at this point. You guys really messed up the quality part, if I'm being honest. I stayed at a Days Inn in Southwest Arkansas recently, not to flex on you guys. Do not want to brag. That had a loofah in the shower. How do we feel about that? Would you use a Days Inn loofah? No. Okay. So I didn't think that I would either. It was a long day on the road. I was feeling grimy. I used it, okay? I exfoliated. It was 6 or 7 minutes. I washed myself like a woman in a movie who was trying to forget a memory. Do you know what I mean? It was deep. It was severe. The next day I went to check out and the guy was like, how was your stay? I was like, I really like the loofah. I think it's a nice touch. And he, of course, said, what loofah? I loved being in the South, though I'm from the South. Like Iliza said, I'm from Nashville. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. My first working years of my life, from the time I was 15 until I was 47 years old, I worked at a water park in Nashville, Tennessee called Nashville Shores Water Park. It's the home of water, sun, and family fun. If you haven't heard about it. I learned a lot of very important lessons from working at a water park. I do want to share some of them with you now. Okay, number one, there is no right or wrong response to being called a bitch by a guy who is both soaking wet and eating a corn dog. Okay, that's not even a real person. Gloves are off, okay? You can say whatever you want to that guy. Number two, if you're ever checking bags at a water park and you find a big old bag of weed, you just get to have that now. That's just yours. There's no step two. Just get high, you know? Have a great summer. Hags, girl. Hags it up. Number three, and I think maybe most importantly, if you think that someone might be a little bit too fat to fit into an enclosed water slide, it is cool if you just let them figure that out on their own, okay? Do not call them out. They'll call you a bitch while they eat a corn dog. They do it every time. Literally every time. I will never forget the day at that job that my boss told me to be sure to confiscate any guns that I found. He said, be sure to snatch up any handguns you find. I am still laughing thinking about what teenager making $6.25 an hour is taking a handgun from the kind of guy that brings a gun to a water park, okay? Can you imagine trying to take a gun from a water park guy and it like going well? Just be like, sir, I'm gonna have to confiscate that. He's just like, oh my God. Egg on my face. I didn't read the rules. Of course. No, he's gonna shoot you, okay? Been trying to get hot again lately. We all relate to that. Back in the world trying to get hot. Just chasing that dragon, you know what I mean? It never happens. I've been talking to my girlfriends about it. All my girlfriends talk to me about getting like hit on at the gym. They all get like leered at and hit on at the gym. Never happened to me once in my entire life, all right? Don't fucking laugh that hard, okay. I don't think I'm what gym guys have in mind, you know? I think they see a girl with like a high ponytail and a good butt doing squats and they're just like, oh yeah. That's the stuff daddy likes or whatever. I don't know what the vernacular is in 2021. Is it still daddy-likey? That feels outdated. And then they see me sweating on a treadmill and they're just like, well, you know, good for her. Good for her. She's making some changes. Can all agree it was time. I love talking to my fit friends when I start exercising because they give the dumbest advice I've ever heard in my entire life. I was talking to like a buff guy friend of mine recently and he goes, Laura, you know, a lot of women, when they start working out, they're afraid that they're gonna get too muscular. He goes, I wouldn't worry about that if I was you. I was like, yeah, no shit, okay? I wasn't going to. I've got a lot of weird fears. Accidentally getting ripped, never been at the top of my list. Just wake up one day like, what am I gonna do with these washboard abs? I look like an idiot. Everybody's gonna make fun of my perfect little ass. Absolutely has never happened. This same man in conversation with me said what I think has to be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. He said, Laura, I am so jealous that women get to look so beautiful when they orgasm. I was like, my guy, those ladies they're not coming. They simply aren't, okay? I look insane when I have an orgasm. I look like your dad trying to start a very old lawnmower, you know? Let's get some friction on it, you know? I look like one of those videos of a super jacked lady trying to squash a watermelon between her thighs. It's like intense concentration, one beat of like anime sweat coming down. And then just Gallagher, you know what I mean? Watch out, front row. She knew what she was getting into. Splash zone. Splash zone for the evening. I started taking an antidepressant during the pandemic. Yeah, thank you. You people who quietly care about my mental health. Started taking an antidepressant. It's worked so well for me. If you feel like you need to do it, okay, please do. It's working very well. It is, however, messing with my stomach in a way that I cannot even describe to you. I went to my doctor to tell her about it, and she said to me, and I quote, "Diarrhea is a small price to pay for happiness." I was like, is that from something? Is that a poem? That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. You're an artist. She told me that it might affect my sex drive. She said it might lower my sex drive to start taking an antidepressant. Not true at all, okay? Hornier than I've ever been in my entire life. Turns out nothing makes me hornier than not wanting to kill myself. Who knew? I'm horny for life again, you know? Who is that a deal breaker for? Who is not taking an antidepressant that they really need because they might be a little bit less turned on? Just like, yeah, I can't sleep, I can't eat, and I can't get out of bed. I just love how horny I am. No. It's definitely not weird that I'm this horny under these circumstances right now. Why don't you kick those empty pizza boxes out of the way, lay down in this clean clothes pile on my bed, and make love to me before I kill myself? Speaking of being insanely horny, does anyone in this room like to 69? I look over, she's just actively doing it right now. Just like, I like it, okay. I do not like it, okay? I've never liked it, mostly because guys always make me be on the bottom. It's just kind of uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Our safe word is just...
Oh, it's so nice to be performing in front of real people again. I spent a lot of the past year doing corporate Zoom comedy shows. Your response is correct. That's the correct response. They were so bad. One was so terrible. For the first half of the show, we thought that everyone had their microphones turned off. No, they were on. They just weren't laughing at all. And one guy watching, he kept checking his phone. So another comic on the show started asking him, he's like, "What's so important? What are you looking at on your phone? Show everyone your phone." So he finally showed everyone his phone, and this guy was looking at LinkedIn. This show is so bad, this guy was looking for a new fucking job. So yeah, it's nice to be here. It's also nice to be traveling more, but I realize I do not know how to travel like a normal person. I was going through TSA, and the TSA lady was checking the waistband of my jeans, and she had her hands in the waistband of my jeans, and I thought that that was a good time to tell her that I liked the way her perfume smelled. Not a good time. One thing that happened, there was a teenage girl in line ahead of me at security, and they stopped her to search her backpack because something went off in the machine. And so the TSA guy, he searched around it, and he pulled out the thing that went off, and it was a magic 8-ball. This is totally true. And he told her, he was like, "Well, technically this is a blunt object, and it could be used as a weapon, so I'm not sure if you can bring it in your carry-on, and I need to go get my supervisor." So they brought over like 2 or 3 more TSA agents. They were all looking at this magic 8-ball, trying to decide what to do. And I was in line behind her, losing my mind, because I was like, just ask the magic 8-ball. You guys are fun. I've been around a lot of comedy audiences, not just for stand-up. I was a waitress in a comedy club for a really long time. And you guys might think, just based on the media and what you've seen about the world we live in, you might think that the worst hecklers are middle-aged straight men. But I can tell you for a fact that is not true. The worst hecklers by far are female teachers on a night out. They all order Chardonnay and they get mouthy. That's what they do. And every now and again, I'll be saying this, and there'll be a woman in the back, and she'll yell out, she'll be like, "I'm a teacher, and I'm drinking whiskey." I'm like, "Well, then you are a middle school teacher. That's how we know what you're drinking." Are you guys drinking? Are people? Drinking? Yeah. Do you guys know that drink White Claw? You familiar? White Claw. Yeah, it's named after the kinds of hands that hold it. Do you guys? What pisses me off about White Claw is it's trendy now for alcohol to be healthy. Like it's not bad for you, it's a seltzer. There are all these hard seltzers, and they've got vodka with electrolytes in it now. And everyone's on board, and no one was on board when I was in college and I offered them my homemade sangria, which was just red wine mixed with Emergency. And I could get on Shark Tank with that now. I would like to be on Shark Tank. It'd be nice to make a little extra money. I'm a very broke person. Very broke. I go to Coinstar a lot. Are you guys familiar? Yeah. Do you guys think that this would be a good slogan for Coinstar? Coinstar, be poor loudly. Thank you for applauding Coinstar. It's the only applause Coinstar's ever received. So, I was so desperate for work a little bit ago that I was like willing to do any job. So I applied to be a cater waiter because I think a job seems more fun if it rhymes. That pretty much did it. And I found the job on Craigslist. So the entire application process was done via text message. And the lady was like, could you text me any of your relevant work experience, and could you also text me a photo of yourself? Because I guess you need a cater waiter to be like at least a 6 or something. I don't know. So I did, and she responded, all right, we'll call you tomorrow to hammer out the details. And then she texted me a photo of herself. And I do think it would have been fun if I'd responded, you know what, actually, I don't want the job. I don't want the job. Don't want it. Thanks, one guy in the back. Okay, I've been thinking about this thing that happened. Maybe you guys can help me. When I was in middle school, okay, I was walking on campus, and I was walking towards a door, and I was reaching out to pull open the door. But as I was reaching out, a girl inside the building pulled the door open first, but my arm was already going up in the air. So what ended up happening was I just put all of my fingers in her mouth. Like right in there. And I think about her like once a month. Do you guys think she thinks about me ever? I'll confess a couple other things. I made the mistake of hooking up, having sex with one of my ex-boyfriends a little bit ago. Which would have been bad enough, but he had recently decided to bleach his hair and his eyebrows. Have any of you guys ever been having sex with someone and the entire time they look surprised? Is that... I was also surprised. It also might be surprising to find out that I'm straight. I know that everything about me suggests some sort of gray area. But I'm not gay, not bi. I tried, it didn't take. Because I think when you grow up with a female friend named September, like by law, you have to experiment with her sexually, so. That's how I figured that one out. Me and September, we grew up actually not far from here in this, it's part of LA County. It's a place called Chatsworth, California. Yeah, one person just went, oh, yeah. Which makes sense. It's the porn capital of the world, so you just told us a lot about you, miss. It is the porn capital of the world. It was featured pretty prominently in the most recent Tarantino movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's this part where Brad Pitt, he goes to this creepy ranch where a bunch of young girls are banging this old blind guy. And honestly, it was just nice to see my community represented in the media. It was cool.
We love New York. Yeah, you could cheer for it. New York loathes us. Every Los Angelino has taken that picture out of the plane on your way to New York, right? And you're like, LAX to JFK, here I go. Oh, I'm bi-coastal. You're not. You're bi-curious. It's totally different. It also, you're not bi-coastal because you live here, but your parents live in New Jersey. It doesn't make you bi-coastal. Every Los Angelino is like, headed to New York. No New Yorker has ever posted like Newark to LA, can't wait. They never do. We're like, I'm headed to the East Coast. New Yorkers are like, oh, I gotta go to LA this weekend.
So I woke up in a good mood recently, and I had a message on my Facebook comedy page. It was from a man in Slovakia. The message was simple. It said, hey, you suck and you look like a potato. Devastating to find out the real reason my Irish boyfriend's attracted to me. Text my boyfriend, upset, and he went, the most beautiful potato I've ever seen. Went on for 4 months. He messaged me, he messaged my agent, he messaged a few comedians. The message was always the same. Fern Brady looks like a potato. Every time I told my friends, this is the worst thing. Anytime I told my friends, they all had the same answer. The answer was never, it's okay, you don't look like a potato. They all said the same thing. Every single one of them went, well, I love potatoes.
You don't know. You don't know your parents are fucked up. As a kid, whatever your parents did, you thought that's what they did. And if your dad was a meth head, you weren't like, my dad has a drug addiction. You were like, my dad is the most fun dad in the whole town. He put together a trampoline in the middle of the night last night, and we got on it with pogo sticks. Never mind. Fun man, he's dead. What can you do? Fat meth head, it'll get you.
I hate it when girls with big boobs complain about it. Is anyone complaining about it? I hate it when there's just ungrateful pigs out there in the world. Those horrible women who are like, oh, my back hurts. I'm like, all right, well, go lay down, Erica. Save some attention for the rest of us. And then they're like, no, you don't understand. It's so annoying. Guys never listen to what I'm saying. And I'm like, what did you say?
One of my best friends is gay. He's obsessed with straight guys. That's like his thing, you know? He's like, I love flipping a hetero. He's like, you know how hard that is? You know how hard it is to go out every night, see a bunch of people you want to have sex with who don't want to have sex with you? I was like, that's exactly what it's like being a straight guy. What the hell are you talking about?
You guys ever heard about naked sushi? So a restaurant puts down a naked woman, and you eat sushi off of their bodies. Oh. Now, I've never done that, but I did wash my dishes with a bar of Old Spice once. Yeah. Yeah, and for a week it tastes like I was eating dinner off my dad. What is this, an Irish Spring crowd? What's going on? Little Lever 2000. If you know what Lever 2000 soap is, you're broke as hell. That is garbage soap. You know it's bad when you pick up the bottle and it says it's for your body, hair, and car. It's like, I don't even think.
When people say go with your gut, I'm like, that is terrible advice for me. It's terrible. It's terrible. My gut never has good ideas. Like, I'm a really happy guy. I'm lucky. I got the happy chemicals. I was born with that. I'm very lucky. But you know how many times a day something small will go wrong and my gut will just tell me to end it all? I'll never do it, but my gut wants me to. Like the other day, I was in a Trader Joe's and a cute girl waved at me, so I waved back. But then I realized she was not waving at me. She was waving at the guy behind me. And my gut was just like, we die tonight. My brain was like, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal. My gut's like, I already started the note, so.
I know for a fact that men are the most confident human beings alive because I used to be a bank teller. I was a bank teller for years, okay? And every day, I'm not over-exaggerating this number, every single day, a man would hit on me through the bank teller window, okay? Negative money in his account. That's below zero. You understand what I'm saying? Every day, a man would just do that. And he'd ask me out, he'd be like, hey, I want to take you somewhere. I'm like, sir, I can see you can't take me.
It's weird. My dad's single in the area that I grew up in, so my friends will call me and they'll be like, yo,
I saw your dad on a date the other day. And I'm like, where? And they're like, at my house, cooking my mom breakfast. Damn, bro, that sounds like a good-ass date, dog. See you at Christmas.
Everyone's so angry. Like, it's so, I don't, too much anger. Like, people need to cry more. I cry all the time. It is like taking a shit out of my face. It feels so good. I cry like twice a week. I don't know what everyone's CP dubs are. Cries per weeks. Anyone? Can anyone beat 2? Anyone got a number higher than 2? 6? Are you here with friends, hopefully? Do you really cry 6 times a week? Oh my God, that's so cute. That is, and you're a guy too. That is, well, you seem like is your hair blonde? You're a dyed blonde. Okay, yeah, you're sensitive dudes. A lot of guys don't. Like, there's a lot of constipated men just like walking around like filled with tears, like storming the Capitol, you know, just like, ugh.
We're creepy as hell with dogs. And we sound like creeps. They like it. They're begging me for it. Yeah. Thank God dogs can't talk. We'd all go to jail, right? Just some chihuahua in a courtroom like, first he flipped me over. Then he caressed all 8 of my nipples. Then he slapped me on the ass repeatedly and said, you're a good girl, good girl. Oh, God. We harass dogs all day long, and they're perfect harassers. They can't talk, so they'll never report you. That's why they're man's best friend. Also, dogs forget stuff after like 2 seconds. You could stick your finger up a dog's ass and be like, well, that was weird. Frisbee!
Whenever I get asked to describe my comedy, I always say it's accessible, observational stuff, suitable for the whole family, right? Then you start reading descriptions of yourself over the years. Mine's are always consistent. They're always blunt, brutal, forthright. I don't read reviews, but I saw one by accident recently. It opened with, Fern Brady scares me. That was a nice review.